where you are all over the world. It's a wonderful day again, and you are on to us on All Sport on CTV, your #1 online TV channel. My name is Lawal Ajibola Akonji Saheed, your Legbashia Sports, and today once again we are here to give it to you as it's happening hot in the world of football and the world of sport all over the world. Today, we will be diving into the world of football as usual. You know, the preseason game that is ongoing at the moment, which is what the hot team before the league, the major league started all over the world, as well as the Olympic Games that is ongoing. The opening ceremony will come up tomorrow, but then some of those games are already on. Already talking about football and rugby and some other games, the qualifyings of some other games like swimming are already ongoing at the moment. But then, before we get in there, let's quickly have a quick break. I will be right back to give you the full gist of these stories. Welcome back, my people. If you are just joining us, you are on to All Sport on CTV. Today, we are giving it to you as it's happening in the world of sport, and we quickly want to dive in onto the preseason action that is ongoing at the moment all over the world, talking about the sports, the teams, the football teams that are preparing for the coming season, the 2024-2025 football season. Let me quickly go in and say Manchester City started their preseason games on a very downward note, although there's nothing downward in preparation, because when you lose, you get to see where you when you fumble and what you can do to better your action next time. So Manchester City faced their opponent Celtic in the United States of America, and of course they lost that game by 4-3. They lost to Celtic by 4-3. Now we quickly go down to that French team, Bordeaux. Bordeaux won Southampton 3-2. They defeated Southampton 3-2. Remember that Southampton is one of those three teams that just got promoted from the championship to the EPL at the moment. Then FC Rotterdam again. This is a funny one because they play Bayern Munich and they were defeated 14-1. Wow, a whooping 14-1. I hope personally that Bayern Munich has not scored all their goals in the league in this very preseason game, this friendly, because 14-1 is nothing. It's nothing to be spun about or to laugh about. 14-1. I don't know how that team managed it, because according to the analysis of that game, they still survive up to 20 minutes before they start scoring them 1 minute at 1 minute interval, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's something else, that very particular game. Then moving away from that, Chelsea started their game again, and then they played Wrexham yesterday, and they drew that game 2-2. They drew that game, Chelsea, Wrexham. And Arsenal, of course, started their preseason game also, and they played that game 1-1 and decided by penalty shootout 5-4 against Bournemouth. That is how it went down with some of these major teams in their preseason games so far that they are engaging in before the league started. Quickly, let's move on to the Paris Olympic 2024. The Paris Olympic 2024 has kickstarted. Some games has already kickstarted already. Talking about the games like football, rugby, and some swimming qualifying are already on in the Paris 2024 Olympic. Briefly, let's quickly go down to the football competition. The football competition, the men's football competition kickstarted yesterday, and we have seen some wins and some loss so far in this game. 16 teams participating, and in Group A, we see Guinea and New Zealand encounter. Guinea lost to New Zealand in that game 2-1, while France beat United States of America 3-0. In Group B, we see Iraq beating Ukraine 2-1, and Morocco beat Argentina 2-1 also. Morocco-Argentina game is a funny game that I will be giving you further gist about it as we go on the program. Further on, we see Spain in Group C. They beat Uzbekistan 2-1, and Egypt drew their game with Dominican Republic. It's a goalless draw with that one. And in Group D, the final group of that of that competition, you see Japan playing Paraguay, and they wipe Paraguay 5-0. 5-0 they beat Paraguay, and Mali drew Israel 1-1 in their game. In the female soccer, the female game will be kickstarting today. The female game will be kickstarting today, and we will be seeing teams like Canada and New Zealand coming up together by 4 p.m. today. And France and Colombia will be coming up by 8 p.m. This is a match, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Canada, New Zealand, France, Colombia. And then you will be seeing Germany and Australia at 6 p.m. while you see USA and Zambia by 8 p.m. also. Then you will come down to Spain and Japan. They will be coming out in a few hours by 4 p.m. Spain and Japan, and now Nigeria against Brazil will come up by 6 p.m. today. These are the games that are going to be played in the female football competition of the Olympic Games Paris 2024 as it is on at the moment. Let's quickly go down to the powerhouse. We will be right back to give you more of this gist as it's going on. Stay tuned, don't go away. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. Still being with us today. We will quickly get you down to the Olympic Extra today. The Olympic Extra, those tidbits and juicy news that are happening in the Olympic at the moment. Of course, we've not had the opening ceremony yet. We are already having a lot of drama in the Olympic. Presently, you know that FIFA has already said that they will have zero tolerance for time wasting this very coming season, and this is already showing in these very Olympic Games, because we notice that Iraq versus Ukraine game yesterday, Iran versus Ukraine game yesterday, it was 2-1 in favor of Iraq, but then the time added on, the added time is a whooping 12 minutes. In fact, Morocco versus Argentina have a whooping 18 minutes added onto that game. 18 minutes was added onto that game. So there's zero tolerance for time wasting in football at the moment. Whether you are throwing, you're wasting time, you are going goal kick, you are wasting time, someone fall down, or whatever happens, the referee will stop the time and it will be added on back at the end of the game. Going on about this, the Morocco-Argentina, that was 18 minutes added onto this game. The Morocco-Argentina game was suspended for more than 1 hour, more than an hour. It was suspended just because of some things that happened. In fact, there's a lot of drama in that very particular game. You all remember the pre-match build-up of that game was surrounded around the anger from Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez engaging a racist sing-along with the Argentina national team when they won the Copa America the other day. So, because of this, there's a lot of booing and some other unfavorable attitude towards the Argentinian team just because of that. Of course, that very particular player has apologized about whatever happened or whatever people see as wrong in the way he celebrated the winning the Copa America. But people still have it in mind, and that anger has spilled into the games in France, with missiles forcing the game with Morocco to be suspended yesterday. Of course, the pitch was invaded by some of Moroccan fans yesterday. 16 minutes was added onto that game, as I said earlier on, and within that 16 minutes, Morocco was leading 2-1, and by 106 minutes, 18 minutes was added rather, but by 16 minutes into that 18 minutes added on, that's 106 minutes, Argentina scored an equalizer, and by that equalizer, people were jubilating. Argentinian fans were Argentina players were jubilating, but there's nothing they can do about it, because fans started throwing cups and missiles onto the pitch, and this forced the officials to ask them to step out of the field of play. They asked the players to step out of the field of play for their safety, while a sign was displayed that the session has been suspended and everyone should clear the stadium. Thereby, every fans was cleared from the stadium. Only for this, the officials to come back some hours later and said these players should return back to the field of play to complete the game, because the game was suspended and not ended. In fact, it was delayed. It was officially delayed and not ended. So these players have to return back to the field of play, and VAR has looked into the goal scored by Argentina in the 106 minutes, and they found out it's an offside goal. So the goal was ruled out, and the game goes back to 2-1 on the scoreboard. The players were given 20 solid minutes to warm up again so that they can come into the game once again. They warmed up for the game and they get back into the game. 3 minutes were played again, but then Argentina cannot find any equalizer once more, and then they ended the game 2-1. I'm telling you today that the decision of officials on the field of play is paramount to keep the game going, and then the game was decided for the safety of everyone to be suspended and to be delayed while everyone vacated the field of play. The game was finished in closed door, behind closed door yesterday, and Argentina was defeated 2-1 in their first game of that encounter. Yes. And moving ahead from that, we are now moving up to the Canadian female football team. You remember Canadian football team are the winner of the last Olympic. Yes, they are the winner of the last Olympic, but this time around they are in the news before their first match because they found out that they were spying on their opponent. Yes, they were spying on their opponent with a drone. And the Canadian women's soccer team's head coach, Bev Priestman, is among the individual FIFA is investigating amid claims that drone was used to spy on other Olympic rivals, New Zealand. At the moment, 2 people have been suspended from that very particular team, and they've been sent back home. That is assistant coach Jasmine Manda and Joseph Lombardi, an uncredited analyst with Canada Soccer. They've been sent home while Canadian Soccer regretted the action of these people because it's not part of the game so far. Because of this, Priestman has said that she is going to step down from today's game that is going to happen between Canada and New Zealand to show to the entire world that she doesn't know anything about this, and that is not the way the game is supposed to be played. So she has stepped down from the game, and then in a statement issued on Wednesday, FIFA confirmed it has opened proceedings against Priestman, Lombardi, and Manda. So these are some of the scandals that are happening in the Olympics at the moment. Although we've not even had the opening ceremony yet, we are already having a lot of drama in the present Olympics. This is where we are going to stop with all these talk going abroad and whatever. And we quickly want to come home and to inform you that our sponsors, our Ebu Adamasule Foundation, are at it again. If you've not heard it before or you've seen it, if you've not seen it before, you've heard about it. Adamasule Foundation football competition is kickstarting very soon, and the 11th edition of its kind is coming up. As you can see on your screen, you can see the flyers is there, and they are kickstarting this. So if you are interested in joining them in these community development games, just call the numbers on the flyers, and we will be giving it to you as it's hot in the grassroots event called Adamasule Foundation. This is even more than a game. It has become an event that has come here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11th edition is no joke. As our people used to say, no be my mind. Adamasule Foundation are back on the game, and they are ready to give it to you and to develop the game as they've been doing for the past 10 years. On this note, I will be calling it a day on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us. And as I usually say, sport is life, because my name is Lawal Ajibola Akonji Sahid, your Legbashia Sport. And I'm saying, keep life beautiful, because life is beautiful on its own. Bye-bye. See you next time.